Speaking of relationships, yeah, I think that relationships are becoming harder to maintain.
For a fact.
Yeah.
Why I think that?
Trust.
Just because it applies to everything. I guess what in the generation we're growing up, like I said, everything is normalized. People cheat now, like it's okay. Some people are okay.
Now
with
they've
it.
been cheating. You know what's the
They've been
difference about
doing it.
cheating?
Got easier.
Women are being
A
more
lot more
argumentative about it. Like
And
before,
a
y'all
lot
used to allow men to cheat. I hate to say this, but women used to just not say nothing as long as he came back home and paid the bills.
That's
Because y'all was
That's
so
true.
dependent on that man to provide that lifestyle for y'all. I mean, obviously, if the man cheated and you felt like you wanted to do something, you was going to be homeless because he provide. You wasn't.
He
Woman at
took
that
away
time
everything.
that woman at that time wasn't working. So you was either going to go back with your parents or you was going to be homeless because he provided a certain lifestyle for you. Now it's different because women obviously have the rights that they have now and they're not tolerating it no more. So
and a lot of women
different.
are financially dependent. Like that's why I say I feel like just women don't tolerate as much as they used to. So I do feel like it's harder. Like it is true. Like sometimes some women focus more on their jobs than they do on anything else, as they should. But I do feel like they do get lost in the track of that. And I feel like at the end of the day, it's really what we have decided.
What you saying that though, right? Like you saying like men since the beginning of the time, we've been the same. We had to maintain where we had to focus on our job and have time for our family and time to make our wives happy. Why has it changed? Because you guys work now, not all of you, but you guys work now and y'all can't do the stuff that y'all used to do at home. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, we've been this way, we stayed this way. Now you guys had the opportunity to work. Now y'all saying, well, I'm working now, so don't expect none of this house shit to be done.
Because before we didn't work.
Come to the mic. Come to the mic. Yeah.
Before we didn't work.
I mean, but nothing's changed.
Before housework is the hardest work ever. I don't know if you ever clean.
Ever?
Taking care of a house is very hard.
Men still got to mow the lawn,
You
clean the
have-
gutters, do all the electrician, plumbing. You know, all that shit ain't easy.
Or you pay someone to do all that at the end of the day.
A lot of these
So you can't pay somebody to do laundry, wash
What?
dishes, cook. You
No.
can pay somebody
We
to do
do
that
all
too.
that. Like that's what I say.
But everything you say you could pay for. Everything you saying, you could pay for that too.
Of course we can, but we rather not. We don't. We rather just do it ourselves.
The people, I mean, I ain't paying nobody to do that shit if I could look on YouTube and find out how to do my goddamn self. You feel me?
Yeah, YouTube University is a real thing.
Like, I'm going to mow my own motherfucking lawn. You get what I'm saying? I'm not paying you no $40, $50 to do that shit.
If you're trying to plumb in, bro, you better off paying the plumber because you fix that shit and then that shit busts. And then your house is flooded, bro. So it's like you might as well pay and then save the money.
Yeah, I think that's the issue too with relationships because people feel everybody is expendable, right? Is that the word?
Expendable.
So because some men are saying, hey, like, what value do you bring to this relationship? If I could just buy everything that you quote unquote offer, if you saying, I could cook and clean, men feel like, I could buy that. Or, if you saying sex, I could just, if you acting up, I can buy. Women are doing the same thing. Like, why do I need a man to go half on the bill? I can just pay my own bills, or I could pay somebody to mount a TV or whatever the case is.
And they could buy dicks now, too.
Exactly.
And that's
exactly.
and
So
that's
it's like it's 50-50.
and that's my point. Why I feel like relationships are being harder to maintain. 'Cause I feel like everything is so accessible now, and then with technology, you got a lot of options now. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Social
man.
media at the palm of your hands, like you could literally
exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Before it was who was ever in your town or whatever you drove around and you saw. Now you can see somebody in China. Like, you know what I mean? Oh my God, listen, like my next wife, you know what I mean? So it's like, yo, relationships is getting hard because there's more options, you know what I mean? That means you gotta compete more. There's more distractions. I mean, and everything is, I think you gotta bring more to the table. Because, like you said,
You know
everything is
women don't like that
expendable.
table shit.
But like you said, everything is expendable now, so you gotta bring more in order to be accepted.
Yeah, and I think Jew had a point about people confusing their wants with needs in the relationships. Like he was talking about that earlier, and it's true because men and women are going to weigh their options. You know what I mean? So if you're giving that person a headache, he might or she might weigh the oh well, this dude he looking like he could buy this for me or do that for me. So that's why it's harder for men because if somebody is getting on your nerves, your man is getting on your nerves, you might weigh your options with the guy that's in your DM trying to send you $1,000 in your Cash App or something. Like, you might associate that with, he's going to treat me better or whatever. Not all women, but some women. And I think guys do the same thing. Oh, this woman giving me headaches. oh, but this woman is more attractive. She might match my personality more. We might be more compatible. So there's always that.
See, but,
Yeah,
a dude, he just trying to get that pussy. He coming back home. Leave that. He's coming back home.
I
I'm
mean,
telling you.
that is true. Like, that is true. I'm not gonna hold you.
And I heard somebody say, love without responsibility feels amazing. You feel me? So it's like you at home and you got kids and you got bills. Now, I mean, there's a lot of complications with that. So it seems like it's stressful rather than you just meeting with this person and having sex. There's no responsibility. So obviously,
yeah.
But
Nah, I
the
mean-
consequences of that.
Huh?
After that, the consequences that come with that. It's
I mean, if you get caught.
oh no.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that is true because Drew also had another point. Drew be having some points. I'm not gonna hold you, but he had a point about like high school love. Like
Yeah,
that's some of the
I was
best
gonna
love
say
you
that.
probably can.
Yeah.
You could experience because there is no requirement. Y'all just love each other based off. It's not because of how much he could provide for me or if he
It's
could pay the
genuine.
bills.
Only
or
time
she-
you can
know
find,
what I
I
mean?
feel like you can. People say you can't find unconditional love outside of your relatives. I feel like that's the only time because you guys don't have nothing together.
Yeah, his love is not
It's
dependent
natural.
on
It's
if
very
he's
natural.
providing for
Yeah.
you or paying bills or if he has a job and for him his love is not dependent on like vice versa, like a guy's love is not dependent on if you look better than this, that, and the third, or it's just about how you treat each other and how compatible you are to each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
How you make